Do you know which day is today? It's a very important one for all the Germans among you, because today is the day of the German beer. It's already celebrated since 1994, and it has been invented in 1516 when the purity law was announced. So what does the purity law mean? It basically says there are certain regulations that entails that you can only use malted grains, hops, water, and yeast to create the beer. So since then, this is a special day for all the Germans, and I thought it's a great idea to use this special day to talk about alcohol and the differences between Americans and Germans, mainly on beer, but also we will also talk about other kind of alcohols. So as a quick disclaimer, this is not an encouragement to start drinking. It's more sharing facts and also some fun facts. So please be responsible when you drink. And please never drink and drive. So let's talk about the drinking age. So for the majority of Americans, it's probably very shocking when they come to Germany and then they see the German kids also go into supermarkets or gas stations and then they buy beer or wine. Because in Germany, it is legal to buy and drink alcohol, like beer and wine, sparkling wine, with the age of 16. And if there's even a parent or a legal guardian watching this kid, they are even allowed to drink with 14, which is very young when it comes to drinking. However, compared to the US, and this is shocking for most of the Germans, because here the drinking age is 21. And this counts for beer and wine and also hard liquor, which also to me personally, it's confusing because when you turn 18, you can buy a house, you can go to the military, or you can also marry someone, but you cannot even drink a glass of sparkling wine and celebrate your marriage. In Germany, just as a remark here, hard liquor can only be bought and consumed with the age of 18. And the next item is where you can drink. So in Germany, it's very common and also legal that you drink in public. So you will see, especially in summer, you will see many Germans at a river or a park, and then they do some barbecuing and they have a beer or a glass of wine. However, in the US, it is illegal. So you're not allowed to drink in public. You will also see, and maybe you know this from American movies, where you see people walking at the street with a brown bag. And this is still common in the US, so this is where they hide the alcohol. So they hide the alcohol in the brown bag, and then they also walk outside and drink. However, even with using this brown bag, it is still illegal. Just as an additional item here, a lot of restaurants here in Germany, they have an outdoor seating, and then people sit outside and eat and also drink. So they serve alcohol also outside. Compared to the US, where first of all, you need to block your outside sitting area so that you have either by fence or by rocks or other blocking items. And then still the law applies. And of course, you need a liquor license to even do so, which I heard is very cost intensive to get a liquor license in the US. So therefore, it's also very common that if you go to a restaurant, this restaurant doesn't serve their own alcohol because they don't have a liquor license, and then they have this bring your own. So you can bring your own alcohol from home, you can drink it in the restaurant. I really like that. This is not common here in Germany because more or less every restaurant has also a liquor license. The next difference is when you can buy alcohol. So in Germany, every grocery store also sells beer and wine and also liquor. And you can buy whenever the shop is open, you can buy the alcohol. Even gas stations, because most of them are open 24/7, so you can buy 24/7, you can buy alcohol. Compared to in the US, where there's certain laws when to buy alcohol. I remember actually in New Jersey, there was this law that on a Sunday, even the grocery store where you can buy the alcohol, it does not sell it until 1 p.m. So there was there was a yellow flagged for the section where the alcohol aisle is located, so you couldn't enter. And then when it was 1 p.m., you could enter and buy the alcohol. However, in also many grocery stores, you are not able to buy alcohol in the US. So they are liquor stores, and this is where you can buy it. Or there's a separated section to the grocery store that only sells the alcohol. So in Germany, we don't just drink beer. However, it's a very common drink. And also each region within Germany has their own specific beer. So in Bavaria, for example, they have the lager and they have the wheat beer, while in the Cologne area is their specific drink is Kölsch. It's a specific beer, and this is served in 0.2 liter glasses, like very small glasses. This is also when there's Carnival. This is also a very popular drink during the festival. But of course, there are also other festivals besides the Carnival. So of course, the most popular festival when it comes to beer is the Oktoberfest, which is in the south, in Munich. And so the Wiesn, how we call it. And there's the beer tents, and then people come and celebrate and of course drink beer in this huge 1 liter glasses. And then of course also related to beer are the beer gardens, which you find typically here in the south, but of course you can also find them in the north of Germany. But originally they were invented here in the south, and it's either the outside seating area of a restaurant, but the most typical ones are the ones that are a big outdoor area at the gravel, and then you have this special benches, and then you sit there, and then they serve food and drinks. And what is also very nice, you can also bring your own food. So it's the opposite to what we have in the US, bring your own alcohol. Here it's bring your own food. So you buy the drinks at the beer garden, and then you bring your own food. So you will see in summer, you will see a lot of people celebrating the birthdays or other parties, and then we have potluck, or they bring the cakes for the birthday party and have a great time. And some of you will now say, well, we also have beer gardens in the US. This is true, but I have to admit, I've never went to a beer garden in the US that has a similar atmosphere to what we are used to here in Germany. So therefore, I encourage you, try it out, see how beer gardens are in Germany if you are in Germany the next time, and then you can compare. And if you have either you agree or disagree, please write this in the comment section. Germans go to the US and they drink beer. They sometimes say they drank water. American beer has less percentage of alcohol compared to Germany. So the Bud Light, it has just around 4.6, I think, while in Germany the weakest beer has already 5. And if you go to the Oktoberfest, the festival beer has over 6%. So keep this in mind when going to the Oktoberfest and start drinking, because you might get drunk quickly. Another difference is that in the US, you usually get canned beer compared to bottled beer. And here in Germany, it's mainly bottled, and we also don't have always those 6-packs. You basically buy cases, and there are 20 half-liter beers in this case. And this one you might already know that Germans are very into recycling, and we also put deposits on all bottles. So if you go to the supermarket and buy a bottle of water or a bottle of beer, there's a deposit on, so you pay this first, and then when you return the bottle, you get the deposit back. So on every beer bottle, there's 8 cents of deposit. So when you hang out with Germans, you will find out that they're are pretty good in opening bottles of beer. So either by a lighter or with another bottle, or even they use the end of the table to open it. I have to admit, I don't know any of these. I usually need people to open my beer. So therefore I enjoy that in the US, there's a twister. You can basically just easily open your bottle, and you don't need any of these talents. Here in Germany, it's also more common that you drink your beer out of a glass. So depending on what kind of beer you drink, you also use the glass for it. So you will pour the beer into the glass, and then there's also at least like this amount of foam to it. And this comes for a reason. Compared to in the US, where the beer is like poured till the end of the glass without any foam, they say it's basically wasting of the beer. And then there's another difference, and I also mentioned this in one of the other videos already. It's that the Americans drink their beer ice cold. Compared to Germans, they drink their beer usually at 5 to 10 degrees, which I realized when I lived in the US and I went out with my American friends. We went to a bar, and then some of them had already their drinks and they started drinking. In Germany, however, it's very common that you wait till the last person has the drink and then you either cheer or say Prost or whatever you say, but you wait till the last one has the drink and then you start drinking. So that was just my list of a little insight into the beer culture of Germany. And of course, there's much more to touch upon. So if you have more facts you want to share, please put them into the comment section. I just mainly touched base on beer because of today's special day. So if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up or even subscribe to my channel for free. And if you activate the bell, you will be notified whenever I upload more videos about the differences between Germans and Americans. And for now, Prost!